If you thought that it's only the Tories that have been making U-turns this morning on the budget, no. Even the Labour Party are making U-turns on the same budget, even though they didn't announce it. So, okay. There's a whole different problem to talk about Liz Truss and Quasi making a U-turn this morning on the top rate of the tax, income tax. We already talked about it earlier today on the channel. There is a fascinating concept that the opposition party, Labour, make U-turns on their response to the budget. What? So this is Rachel Reeves yesterday on Laura Kuenssberg's show, saying that, just when the budget came out, they destroyed it. They said, no, well, we're just going to say no to everything, even the energy policy to give handouts to people, the price cap, the freezing the energy prices and everything else. Then she went on Kuenssberg's show and said the exact opposite.
And now Labour at the moment is only guaranteeing to freeze people's energy bills for 6 months, not the 2 years that the government is going ahead with.
Well, we set out a fully costed and funded plan well before the government had any plan in place. Now, we welcome the fact...
But what happens after 6 months? No, so that's not my question. What happens to people after 6 months?
Well, we welcome the fact that the government have come forward with their own package, and we support that support.
Okay, so before you say you don't support it, now you say you support it, you support government's plan. Only because even when the Tories are leaving the goalposts, it's an open goal. The Labour Party still manage to miss the goal. I don't know how they managed to get into this situation and corner themselves so that Laura Kuenssberg and the BBC, even the BBC, could corner them and turn it around and say, well, now the Tories' policy is even better than yours in terms of handouts. And what are you going to do? Than used to attack their policy. If you're criticizing their policy, that means that yours is even worse. So she forced Rachel Reeves of the Labour Party to admit that she has to say she supports Liz Truss's plan when it comes to the energy policy. It's a bit awkward.
For the 2-year period. The difference between us and the Conservatives is that we would fund part of that package by an extension of the windfall tax on the big profits that North Sea oil and gas companies are making.
But that's about how you would pay for it, yes, not for how long people would actually get the help that they need. Yes, so what happens to people after 6 months? Because at the moment, the big difference for the public on this is they can hear, well, the government's saying, we'll help you with your energy bills for 2 years.
But Laura, I'm saying that we support a package for 2 years.
So you
It's absolutely well done by Laura Kuenssberg, by the way. She called her out because she said, but the government's plan is already better than yours. What else are you going to be doing in addition? And then Rachel Reeves' response was, well, the difference between ours and the government's plan is that we're going to do a windfall tax. And Laura Kuenssberg was smart enough to call her out and say, well, no, that's not in addition. That's just how you're going to fund it. So absolutely well done, Laura Kuenssberg. It's rare to say that, but it is true. We have to be objective. And Rachel Reeves and the Labour Party and Starmer need to wake up and realise that the current opinion polls right now is not support for the Labour Party. It's a support against the Tory Party. It's a move against the Tory Party. That's what it is. It's not for, it's more anti. But it is what it is. We're going to come back. We're going to tell you what's been going on at the Tory Party conference in Birmingham because the hashtag Be Kind cabal are out protesting the conference.